Okay, so today I anticipate some issues with this land of the treble, and it has to do with rickles, bickles, and gickles. So the whole point of this lesson is just about our number system. It's about counting, which sounds like it shouldn't be that hard, but trust me, it can. If you're struggling with this, do not worry. I remember learning about base 3 and base 2 and base 5 and all these things in college for the first time. And in college, it took me a while to get it. So it takes a little bit of practice, but it really does help you understand our number system better. So I'm going to start by explaining everything in base 10, which is our system of regrouping. And then I'll move to the base 3, which is the land of treble. So if you remember from first and second grade, my ones are represented by these little blocks. My tens are represented by this, and my hundreds are represented by this nice large square. So how I regroup is if I were to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, if I add a 10th one, I have to regroup, meaning I have to put all of these ones together into one nice long 10. But instead of just moving that over, I would just use 10. So now I would have 120 and no ones left over. If I add 1, I have 121. So the idea with this lesson, so how we would play this game in base 10, and the reason it's called base 10 is just because I have 10, then I move it over. If I have 10 of these 10s, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I need to move it over to base 10, over to the hundreds. So in this case, I would have 200, no 10s, 2 1s. So 202 would be my answer. So this is kind of how base 10 works and how I regroup and move stuff over. And that makes sense because if I'm adding bigger numbers, I'm just going to erase that for a second because I'm coming back to this. So 245 plus 366. I have to regroup, right? So if I have 5 plus 6 ones, that's just like having my 5 plus 6 ones over here. So that's 11, so I carry my 1, regroup over. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So because I have 11 tens, I need to regroup over to my hundreds. So I move my 1 over here. I have 5, 6. So my answer would be 611, or I'd have 6 of these 100 blocks, 1 of these 10 sticks, and 1 of these 1 blocks. So it's kind of just about regrouping and moving stuff over to get our full number. So moving back here, how we would play the game in the land of the treble like we were playing in class in base 10 is, I'm not going to start with anything on my board. So I roll my die, and I have 4. So I'm going to add 4 ones to my 1 spot. Roll again, I get 4 more. So I'm adding 4 more ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 8. I'm going to roll again. I get 4 more. Oh no, instead of adding 4 more to my ones, because that would be 14, or it'd be 12 ones, I have to leave 2 and regroup to a 10. So I keep doing this. 6. 6 plus 2 is 8, so I can add 6. So now I have 18. 1, 10, 8 ones. Rolling. 5. So now I have, what did I say? I have 8 plus 5, which is 13. So I leave 3. I move another 10 over. And I have 2 10s, 3 1s. So that's kind of how our system works of regrouping. Once I have enough 1s, I add a 10. Once I have enough 10s, I add 100. That is base 10. However, in the land of treble, they do everything in 3s. Everyone has 3 arms. Their parrots have 3 wings. I forget what else is in the story. But so I have rickles, bickles, and gickles. And a gickle, how you would count in base 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I moved to 2-digit numbers, and then so on and so forth till I got to 100. How I count in gickles is 1, 2, and then this would be my 10 or whatever. Then once I have 3 of these, I move to my rickles. So I'm going to start with nothing on my board. So how the system works is, I kind of like thinking about it. It's kind of like if you read Harry Potter and you are familiar with the counting system of money in their system, it kind of takes a while to get used to, or if you've been to a different country that doesn't use base 10 monetary system, it's kind of like that. It's just learning like a different world of systems. So you kind of have to put the base 10 out of your mind for now. So if I'm counting and I have 1, 2, 3, oh no, 3 becomes 1 bickle. So now I have 1 bickle, no gickles. Then I add 1, 2, oh, now I have, so now I would have 1 bickle, 2 gickles. Then I move this over, I have 2 bickles, no gickles. If I add 1, 2, 3, now I have 3 bickles, which is actually equal to a rickle. So it just moves over in the same pattern, but in base 3. So if I start with nothing on my board, I add 5 gickles, or my 1 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I can't keep all of these here. I have to move 3 of them over to be a bickle. This is called regrouping or rebundling, whatever you called it in 2nd or 1st grade. Roll again, I get a 4. I move 4 here. Oh no, I can't keep them all here. Now I have enough. Now I have 3 bickles, and 3 bickles is enough to make a rickle. Do a couple more. Just put these all together. My lovely rickle. 1, so now I have 1 rickle, 1 gickle, 4, so now I have 1 rickle, 1 bickle, and 2 gickles. So hopefully that kind of clears up what this land of the treble is. And I know that this system of base 3 is confusing. You just have to think about it, instead of waiting till 10 to regroup, I'm only going to wait till 3 to regroup. So let's look at these think deeply questions. Which one is greater value, a rickle or 2 bickles? So which is greater? One of these, so count how many these have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, or 2 bickles. So 2 bickles would only be 6. So you have to kind of explain that in your own words. Next, if I had, Dan has just rolled a 6 on the die, and he already has 2 bickles on his mat. So if he has 2 bickles on his mat, and he rolls a 6, what does this mean for him? So how would you have to move these bickles to rickles and so on to make everything regrouped? So you never want to have more than 3 gickles, more than 3 bickles, and you could not have more than 3 rickles, but that's a whole other category. I think they call it a trickle over here. So you want to keep moving things over in groups of 3. I hope this helps. Be sure to write down any questions if you have them for me in class tomorrow. And happy solving!